Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another hardware review. You may have noticed just recently I've been upgrading all of my flight controls and it's a turn of the rudder pedals. I've had the same CH pedals for about, well, over 10 years now. They are really well made even though they're made of plastic, but they're quite bulky and quite toy-like. I wanted something a bit more substantial and I think I found it with these. Are you ready? Here we go. These are my new pedals, the VKB rudder pedals. In fact, these are the Mk.IV versions. And look how small they are. That's the first thing I like about these, because I don't have any space at all, like most people. I live in quite a small, well, the house is big. It's just this, like, man cave is so small. And these are, like, in fact, what I'll do is I'll put a comparison of the CH pedals and these together. You can quite clearly see there that they're a lot smaller, but the real factor here is that this is 100% metal. That's including this brushed aluminium style pedals here, which just reeks of quality, and I love that about these pedals, absolutely. Also, because you're not moving your feet forward and back, you need less space. With these, you kind of go up and down. You can see there, look, my guitar is poking out from behind me there, my Fender Strat lurking. But yeah, so I really like that idea in principle, but I haven't actually tried them out yet. So this is my first impressions as well as my review. One thing that I am concerned about, they do not have a physical toe brake. You can have a virtual toe brake system in the software, which I might have a look at some point. But yeah, they kind of go up and down, but there's obviously that's kind of what you do for the toe brake, but it does save on space. But the quality and the weight of these, it feels like a piece of aircraft hardware and not a toy. I think that's the thing that gets me the most with these. But anyway, I'll just show you a bit of the unboxing process, because I know that's kind of quite useful, and it is very, very premium indeed. And you know, the unboxing process, it's kind of important because it's your first impressions. Now, the new Mk.IV features more comfortable heel pads, new size adjustments, it has a reinforced centering mechanism, reinforced pedal axis frame, improved pedal locking system. It also has an external access point to allow increased tension, which I'm going to try with mine at some point because they are a little bit too loose for me personally. So really, I think the best thing to do now is to try them out. We're going to fly that thing behind us, the Stearman. Makes sense. We're going to do some aerobatic maneuvers in Microsoft Flight Simulator, in VR of course. I'll try and get a camera to my feet the best I can, and we'll check them out and see how we get on. See you in the sim in a moment. Okay folks, so welcome back. We're now in the sim, and I'm just going to show you here that the rudder axis is now assigned, and you can see there in the bottom left hand corner, they do look really nice, don't they? Like a proper piece of kit, unlike the CH pedals, which are actually really good. They just don't look as good as these, nowhere near. And look at that, the magnetic sensors doing their thing once more, because I feel I can just be infinite with my movements. In fact, I'll just make really super small, hardly moving at all, and it registers as a movement on the axis. That is exceptional, and no juddering, no movement other than what I'm doing. Like, look at that. That's just, look at that. I just do this. No movement at all. That is so precise. It's going to be interesting to see how that feels in the sim, because as I say, I'm so used to the CH pedals that this will be pretty cool. As I say, I'm going to miss the toe brake action, I'm sure, but I reckon I can probably map that to the joystick which I'm using, which is also by VKB. You can see there on the camera. That's what we're going to be using for our Stearman display. So I'll see you in the sim in a few moments. Okay, so welcome back. We're now in the sim in VR. This is the Stearman by DC Design, and we're sat on the ground at Andrews Field by Burning Blue Design, another stellar effort, one of many beautiful airfields by that company. And somewhere around here, I'm actually in the scenery. In fact, I think I'm over there with my bike. But anyway, we're going to taxi out here and see how this feels. You can see there the rudder pedals. This is going to feel very interesting indeed. Oh, hang on, sorry guys. There we go. My Cytec trim wheel decided to fall asleep, as it always does. So how's this going to feel? In fact, straight away I've realised that I need to reverse the axis on this. So give me a second and I'll come back. Okay, so we're now back, folks. I did notice that my CH pedals were still attached, so that's why I was getting a bit of interference, but now they are working. Notice how just I can be so precise here. It does feel a little bit weird that I'm not going sort of forward and back with my legs, with my feet rather, than, you know, I'm kind of going up and down, but thinking about it, it does give the illusion, especially when I'm looking at the pedals, that I'm still kind of going backwards and forwards. It's an interesting and very different concept to get used to. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's see if we can taxi to the runway, and we'll attempt to take off. Bearing in mind there's lots of P factor with this massive sort of single cylinder radial engine. This thing is powerful, and it's going to take a lot to get her airborne here. Oh, this scenery is so beautiful. We're in the Quest 2 today, by the way, which I've got a setup video that I'm thinking of making. Please let me know in the comments if you're interested. But I've got to say, with the OpenXR toolkit, the Quest 2 is looking better all the time. Yeah, it's looking pretty sharp. I can still definitely see sort of compression in the image, but that's because I'm used to the G2. I still think that's a better headset for most people, but I've got to say the Quest 2 is such an amazing all-rounder, isn't it? Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get airborne here. First flight with the VKB rudder pedals, and already I'm factoring in a little bit of P factor here. Oh, this feels very natural, actually. Oh, wow. That felt really good. That was a lot easier to take off than it normally is. Perhaps because I've got some quality rudder pedals for a change. Oh, folks, an open cockpit like this in VR, it never gets old. Let's take a look outside. Right, so first of all, we're going to do a bit of a coordinated turn here. That's the plan. So we're just going to do a nice bank to the right, keeping it nice and coordinated. That feels really natural, actually. I don't know what it is, but the feeling of the metal underneath my feet feels more immersion inducing, if that makes sense. Bearing in mind I'm used to, you know, sort of plastic rudder pedals for the past 10 years or more. Okay, that feels good. Let's now do a turn to the left, keeping myself coordinated. Woo! There we go. You know, doing things like this, folks, never mind your Airbus checklists and all those kind of things, just doing sort of stick and rudder sort of stuff, you know, seat of your pants flying, that is where this sim is really, really good, particularly in VR. Yeah, that feels very nice. Right, anyway, let's do a few aerobatics now over the airfield. We'll turn around and see how we get on here. You know, folks, at the moment my honeycomb yoke is gathering dust. I bought it a few months ago, but ever since buying the Gladiator, in fact it wasn't, I didn't actually buy it, it was a birthday gift from Melissa. I tend to use this joystick more now, but I'm loving this. Here we go then. We'll go for a loop here over the airfield at Andrews Field. Pulling back on the stick here. Over the top we go. Pull the power back. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Hopefully it's coming across decent on the image. If it's a bit stuttery, well, you know, guys, by now, surely it's not the VR experience, it's just the way we have to record things. We do not have a native view at the moment. You know what I'm thinking, folks? How about a hammerhead? This is going to be interesting. I might completely make a hash of this. And pulling her right. Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of that, folks. That's just me being rubbish. I'll try that again. Ooh, listen to those creaks and rattles, my goodness me. Back on the centre line we go. And we'll attempt a hammerhead. One more time here, but I've got to say, straight away, you know, sometimes when you buy a new product or you try one, you know, something for the first time, sometimes things are like, I'm not quite sure if I like it, you know, I'll get used to it. With these rudder pedals, it's an instant love affair. I love them straight away. I think the only thing, I just wish it had toe brakes, but I'm sure I can find a solution for that. But that would make these absolutely perfect, so that is a shame. But just the quality of them and just those magnetic sensors, they really do make a difference. And what I'll try and do this time is do it from this point. Here we go. Yeah, I was too busy pulling back on the stick. That's better. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. Listen to that beautiful sound. DC Designs have done a stellar job with this aircraft, I have to say. Links will be in the description below. This is Sim Update 8, by the way, I'm flying in, and I think, now that I've been flying a fair bit this last couple of days, there is definitely a performance increase in VR, and I think a lot of that is down to probably, it's just running better. The refinements mean there's less things your computer's, you know, probably not wasting time doing, and everything feels so much smoother. For me, anyway. You know what, folks? That felt so good. I'm going to do one more hammerhead here, and then we'll come in for a landing as to not make this video too long. Can we do it from the outside view and be really clever? Yes, we can. That will do nicely. Oh, fantastic. I'll tell you what, folks, I know what I'm going to do for the next week. I'm just going to get used to, I guess, you know, good old stick and rudder flying again. That's what it's all about. I can't wait to see what these feel like in, you know, maybe IL2 and DCS as well. Right, we'll go for a landing here at Andrews Field. Looking beautiful, I must say. And, well, I was going to say I'm going to wrap it up with a conclusion, but I think I've already said it, to be honest. If you've got the money and you're looking for a compact solution and you don't mind the fact that they don't have toe brakes, these are absolutely premium rudder pedals for really not a premium price compared to what you would pay for an all-metal design construction. Here we go then. It's coming for a landing. Nice tight circuit here. Concentration levels, especially when we land. A tail dragger, the landing does not finish until you've parked up and you've gone to the cafe. Fitting in, you probably can't tell, but I'm feeding in quite a lot of inputs, but they're so, like, very fine-tuned because I can feel every movement. Fantastic. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I've got to say, a massive win for VKB here. I love these pedals. Well, I was going to say, hang on a minute, who's this likely chap? It's a scruffy-haired biker causing trouble again. Who is that? Oh, yeah, I think it might be me. I think, judging by my video today, I am literally, I do look like that. Scruffy-haired, lost, confused. Probably at the wrong airport, at the wrong time. Oh, Burning Blue Design. Thank you for, well, the honour of being included in your scenery. That's very cool. Take care, folks. And please feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you want to share the love, I would appreciate it. And if you've got this far without turning off the video, thank you very much. Consider yourself... you've now won 1,000 VR Flight Sim Guy internet points. See you soon, folks. Bye for now.